is the podcast going? We can just go from here and do the intro later. I was thinking when you were saying Eminem rapping, you know, my gay father got very into Eminem for a while.
Really?
Yeah, like when him and my mom were going through the divorce, he would like pick me up and be listening to Eminem's like song about like killing his ex and stuff, and my dad would be like,
shit.
"Dude, Eminem just gets me," and I'm like, "Is this is this what you want to do to my mom, dude? This is kind of fucked."
Oh my god.
He's like, "Don't you feel this?" And I'm like, "I'm 16. No, I don't feel murdering my ex-wife. That's not."
That's dope as hell. Your dad's like your dad's singing along to Kim like about your dad's basically if Eminem's story, but if Eminem was gay instead of like.
So he also got really into Ludacris.
Okay.
Which was nuts. That my dad would just listen to Ludacris and Busta Rhymes. He really liked Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes is great.
But I actually love Busta Rhymes.
I could be wrong. The song "I'm Real" was like, "And I can't go on without you," but I don't think that's Busta Rhymes. I think that might be.
You're gonna say another person that's not the right person.
No. It's gotta be. It's either him or it's who's the guy who does Run's House?
I don't know.
You remember the Run's House, the MTV show?
No, I don't.
My God, dude. It's either Busta Rhymes or it's fucking LL. No, it's not LL fucking Cool J.
I told you this would happen. I tried to stop.
LaRue? LaRon? Laurel? Ja Rule? I'm getting there. Ja Rule, baby. Ja fucking Rule, baby. That's who it fucking is. I'm the best, dude. We the fucking best. Music.
All right, start the podcast.
Ja Rule.
Can you look that up and find out that it's not Ja Rule who did that song?
It's just Busta Rhymes.
It was
it's Busta Rhymes.
I liked Busta Rhymes, If You Want to Party With Me. And it was like all like neon, like voodoo face paint as he's running through like all the weird camera angles.
Dude, the fucking song that he did with Chris Brown was so good. And then what else? There was he did Worldwide Choppers. You ever listen to Worldwide Choppers?
I don't think so.
So good. Busta Rhymes raps so fucking fast. And when you're in high school and you're listening to Busta Rhymes, you're like, I'm gonna learn every fucking word. And then you get to the opportunity to do it in front of a group of people and you just pussy out.
Damn. So you were sitting there like practicing in your mirror every morning.
Yeah.
Get ready. And then someone's like, Matt knows that song, Matt. And everyone's like, yeah, Matt.
I've actually never heard that song. I don't listen to black people music. That's what I would say in high school. I don't listen to black people sing. I never said that. I just thought it'd be funny in the moment to say that I said that, and it wasn't. But Busta Rhymes had such good such just great beats, like rhythm. His like concept, the subject matter was fantastic. It was like it's really fun. It was really fun, and he was really fast with it. And like, same thing with like Eminem's like rap god, like just rapping fast as a younger kid was
Do you ever listen to Bus Driver?
No, what's Bus Driver?
Bus Driver, I like him. He's very hit or miss.
Oh, it's a person?
Yeah.
I thought Bus Driver was like a song that like all these rappers did together.
He's a rapper, and he gets very avant-garde, so he's very hit or miss. Like stuff will either be amazing or like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And he has one that he raps like a classical music song, but it's like super fast.
Holy shit.
And that was like his thing that like he almost got like kind of big off for a second when we were probably.
What is this? This early 2000s?
This is like when I was in middle school. So
90s?
Fuck you, dude. No, it was like 2006, 2007.
Okay.
I remember because I used to listen to it at camp, sleepaway camp. This one counselor, Mike, dude, Mike was cool, and he'd play rap music when he drove us on like day trips.
Yeah.
Like we go on a hiking trip. And he'd be like, if you don't tell anyone, we can listen to cool music. I'm like, yeah, Mike. We'd be like, no, I promise we won't say anything. He's like, all right. And then we
he just play songs that have the N-word in it.
We just listened to Bus Driver. It was fucking lit because this guy was like an acid out.
Do you remember?
Hippie.
Do you remember back in middle school, like when you transitioned from elementary school to middle school, like crying about it? Remember how like when you're in elementary school going into middle school and you're like so afraid that like some of the kids just like wouldn't make it to middle school somehow? You're like, I don't know if they're gonna get lost along the way. We're gonna lose some fucking soldiers in this transition, you know? And I just remember like because our sixth grade dance or like our end of the year dance right before we went into middle school was at the middle school. So I'm sitting on the stairs of our middle school just like crying.
So
like,
wait,
I can't.
You didn't sixth grade wasn't in middle school for you?
No, for us it was sixth grade at elementary school, seventh grade and eighth grade was middle school.
Oh, so just seventh and eighth grade in their own. That's wild.
Oh yeah, okay. And so we had this like this dance at the end of like sixth grade, and like that's when it's supposed to like introduce all the students to like what the intermediate school is gonna look like and stuff like that. And I'm just like I'm sitting on the stairs of the intermediate school like. I don't want my friends. I don't want to lose my friends. Like I'm thinking it's the end of the world, and like the next a summer later, like I'm just seeing everybody again, you know. But all granted, like we are in like clusters, and like you don't really fuck with other clusters in middle school. I don't know if you're. Does middle school not work like that for you too?
So
how does your middle school work?
As we've discussed, I moved around a lot as a kid. So pretty much every time I went from like elementary school to middle school, I moved. Yeah. And then when I went from middle school to high school, I moved.
Like a whole different town?
Like a whole different town. So it's like, it's like I did lose
you all the people when all those people.
Yeah. And I moved.
But were you ever like emotional about it or no?
Because I also went to like three different elementary schools as well. So like I was pretty used to moving at that point that it was like I was pretty unfazed.
So you weren't getting attached to kids.
Yeah, it was just.
You were a little emo kid.
It might have given me attachment issues for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
Jesus, you have any friends that you still talk to from like elementary school or no?
So I'm trying to think back at elementary school. I went to this one elementary school that was Stanwich Academy. Shouts out all my Stanwich Academy vets. That it was like an intense private school. Where you'd have to wear these little gay uniforms. And I remember I had this one teacher, she's dead by now, so I can say her name, was Madame Galliette. Okay. She was from France, and for some fucking reason, she insisted like we all learn French in her math class.
Okay.
Like, because we was elementary school, she taught us like 4 subjects or whatever, but she also would like try to shoehorn in French in between like English and history and shit. And
giving your answers, and she's like, no, it's not one, it's un.
No, literally shit like that. And we had to stand at attention and at ease like we were in the military with like your hands behind your back. Yeah. And then we stood at ease as like by the side.
Why?
Because she was just fucking crazy. And she was like,
what the hell?
Yeah. And so I did that for like kindergarten, first and second grade. And then third and fourth grade, I went to this Catholic school called Villa Maria.
Okay.
Or maybe that's not what it was called.
Sounds like a real good Italian restaurant.
It was something like that, some saint name.
Yeah.
Something Villa whatever the saint.
Villa Carmine.
And so that was a Catholic school, and so there were nuns, and the nuns, this is not revolutionary to say because everyone says this, but they're correct. Nuns are horrible. They were all mean.
Oh yeah.
They were mean nuns. I'm not going to harp on it too much because it's hacked at this point, but it is
hack.
It was my lived experience. The nuns were not nice to me.
Dude, my mom used to say she grew up in a school like where they were like all nuns all the time, and like they would be in like a typing class, and the nuns would literally like fucking hit their fingers with like a fucking wooden ruler really hard if they mistyped the wrong letter and shit.
Well, I didn't have because they couldn't do physical abuse at that
back
point.
Back then they could.
Back then they could.
What was the extent of what they were? Just verbal abuse? You're going to hell?
We would have to do the Our Father every morning because it was like straight up Catholic school, and I just like wouldn't do it because I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
We didn't do that in my house.
Because you're one of those kids.
I'm one of those kids. I just can't do it.
You're like one of those kids who sit down like during the Pledge of Allegiance, like, I'm not standing for the pledge. Just fucking do it.
So I would sit over with the Jewish kids. They literally put me over with like the one Indian kid, like the 4 Jewish kids in the corner where it's like, well, I guess you guys don't have to do it. So from day one, I found my people. I knew even back then. I was in the tribe.
Yeah.
So I would sit over there, and I remember I would act out a lot because I was like super hyperactive and like I guess what people call ADHD, even though that's not real. It's a made up disease for lazy people.
Jesus Christ.
So
I can't believe I'm.
But supposedly I had like ADHD and ADD and all that. I don't believe in it. They were just bad teachers. So. I would while out in elementary school, like if you got
Nick Cannon,
like if you got like Nick, everyone go oh, and they could be like no music, and start making a beat.
Notice how he has no rhythm.
Yeah, I would not do well in whiling out. And so I would just like go crazy because I'd get bored in class, and it was like I don't know, the teachers were like very new age for some reason. It was like a Catholic school, so all the administration were nuns and very strict.
Yeah.
But then all the teachers were like women in their very early 20s. This was clearly like their first teaching job, and they were like super chill and like new age crystal ladies.
Yeah.
So they just like, now, Chris, let's calm down. I'm like, I don't want to do math. Math sucks. And just like start spazzing out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was a menace. And so I would get sent to the principal's.
Yeah, my home life leaked into my fucking social life at school. Yeah, I took my home life out on my teachers.
Yeah, sometimes my dad sits me down late at night and says women are objects and that they don't feel pain like we do.
And you expect me to come to school and be taught math by one of you?
Yeah. Actual conversation I had with my father in the 3rd grade.
All my educators need to be male. I will not learn from anybody who has a vagina.
And so I would get sent to the principal's office, like, and this continued through middle school.
Yeah.
For elementary, middle school, I was in the principal's office probably once a month for various things. It would like increase as I got older. So I would go in, apparently the head nun, madam, whatever her fucking name is. It wasn't madam, whatever, mother, whatever, called in my parents and was like, I think your son is possessed by a demon.
Holy shit.
She straight up was like, your son is possessed by a demon. He won't listen to reason. Punishments don't work on him. He won't pay attention in class.
Punishments don't work on him.
Like
that's so funny.
We try to teach him how to write cursive, and he just draws anime. He just keeps drawing like the Kingdom Hearts characters, which are clearly demonic because they didn't understand why Donald Duck had a Keyblade. And so my parents eventually were like, all right.
That's so good.
After like the second meeting of me being demonic, my mom was like, yo, fuck this, and pulled me out of that school.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
Yeah. So that was
so nuts how like that's their excuse whenever a kid's acting up, you know? When a kid clearly needs help and needs guidance. Catholic schools go, he's possessed.
I like how through elementary and middle school, it was so clear that I had like an abusive home life, and that's why I was acting out, and everyone's just like, he's just difficult. I don't know why he's like that.
Yeah, dude. So nuts. I hate that. I hate that a lot.
It was fun. It made me stronger, though,
Sure.
acting out as a cry for help and then being punished for it.
So many teachers have quit their jobs because you needed to grow up a little bit.
I made a Spanish teacher quit in high school.
As a direct result of your dad being mean to your mom, your Spanish teacher.
She felt the heat, dude. She got fired, dude.
What happened?
So this is actually, this story isn't as funny as I remember it.
Oh shit.
So in like sophomore year of high school, there was this teacher that sucked. And I forget how I found out, but like I knew she was under review or whatever it's called. Like I'd heard through the rumor mill that she was like on her last leg as like a teacher. And so we were in Spanish class and I fucking hated Spanish. And maybe I was a junior. Because I remember I was the oldest person in the Spanish class. This was the best part of it. I remember I was like a junior in like a sophomore or freshman level Spanish class because I just that bad at language.
Yeah, you were like, why are these people speaking this language in my country anyway?
Yeah, I was like, my dad says that we should be learning German and that the wrong side won World War II.
Jesus fuck.
He's telling me I should learn German to prepare for when the next time on the right side of history.
They'll get it right the next time.
Yeah.
They'll get it right the next time.
Yeah.
You'll all be sorry.
Yeah, so that was so I was in Spanish. I remember at one point she kept trying to get me to like put in more effort. I was just like, nah, dude. And I wasn't even I was sober at the time. I just acted like a shithead stoner. I was just, nah, dude, I'm just going to be like sitting in the back drawing. Like I would draw a lot and just not pay attention.
Fuck.
And I would show up late to class all the time. I would never skip class, but be bad. And then one time she's like, I need you to do this work. And, I helped you out with the last 2 tests. Like she bumped up my grade when I should have failed on like the 2 tests before it. And I just went.
That's nice of her.
It was. And this is how much of a shithead I was though. And she's like, so I really need you to like do better. And I don't, we talked about you doing better and you just don't seem to be putting in any effort. And I went, I don't even remember her name, to be honest. I just went, listen, I know the reason you rounded up my 2 grades on the last 2 tests is because it affects your pass rate. And if I fail this class, it's going to make you look really bad. And you are this close to being fired from this school. So it's actually in your best interest that I pass this class.
Know that shit
I 100% did that.
You had no. Who are you talking to at that age that's telling you that that's how the system works? I had no idea that any of that shit was even a thing until way after high school.
Dude, you got to be plugged in.
You're fucking plugged in that
plugged
much that you're like, I'm doing bad on purpose.
I wasn't doing bad on purpose. I was doing my best, which was not good. And I was just like, listen, I know that you rounded up my last 2 grades because you can't have everyone in this class fail. And this was like the dumb kid class. So I'm like, a lot of us should be failing. So I'm like, I know you're going to pass me. I was essentially like, I know you're going to pass me because you don't want to have it look bad on you. And she got so mad because I was right. I was totally bluffing. I didn't know for sure that that's what it was. And she spazzed out, and I got a C plus the rest of the year.
You don't know how... Wait, but so you're smart enough to understand that that's how that shit works, but you're not smart enough to just pass the class?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I remember also then the next year I had a different Spanish teacher. I also didn't like this woman. She wasn't a nice person.
Yeah.
So then I remember the next year I had a Spanish teacher I actually liked. Shouts out, Miss Griffin, if you're out there.
Not even a Spanish name. All
well,
right.
she was a white lady.
Yeah.
Miss Griffin, if you're out there, you looked out for me, and I appreciate you. When everyone else didn't look out for me, you did. She was a good teacher. She's a very sweet lady.
Yeah.
And so this was, again, I was like, at this point, I was a senior with a bunch of sophomores. And so...
Oh, you're one of those kids.
I was one of those kids.
I fucking hated kids like you.
Yeah, so I was sitting in there, and I would feel so bad. I would get paired with this kid, Charles, every time.
Okay.
I'd get paired with this kid, Charles, every time, and, like, I did not give a fuck. It was also, like, senior year, so, like, I don't care. I do not care, but I already got into college. Like, I don't care. Yeah, so I would just sit there, and we'd get paired up to do teamwork, and Charles would just look at me, and I'd be like, come on, man. And he would just do all of it because he just knew I didn't know.
Oh, shit.
Because we were supposed to do these sheets together, and I'm like, Charles, at this point, we've been in this class like 3 months. You know I don't know. Now, it's like, I don't know.
That's so
and we would just do, I felt so, shouts out Charles, hope you're doing well. He was a sweet kid.
The teacher doesn't make sure that you guys are working on it together?
The teacher knew, too. She looked at, because they would try to help
She's like, Charles, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, Charles was the smartest kid in the class. That's why she paired me with him.
Sense.
She knew what she was doing.
You're the sped fucking
I was
kid,
the sped kid.
Oh, my God.
So it was like...
It got that bad where she's pairing you with the smartest person on class.
You know what was so funny? I was in honors, English, and history. Like whatever what do they call it? Not honors, the thing
AP?
that's AP. I was in the AP history and English.
Yeah.
But then everything else was like the lowest level of education they could give you to have you graduate in the state of Connecticut.
Dude.
So it was a big, wide disparity between my classes.
Well, what was the point of even doing any of the AP classes? Because you were trying to go to Syracuse and shit?
No, because I just genuinely really liked history.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to do that one.
So you excelled in the places
and then
the things that you actually liked. Same with me in like English and all like the art classes were sick as fuck too. You know? Like just excel in the spots that like obviously you care about. It's so tough to get great grades in fucking science and history. Holy shit.
The nurse that ultrasounded my testicles, that was cute.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
While she was afterwards.
I had that too, Chris, and the gel's warm.
Yeah.
And they're like...
I was trying not to get hard.
Gel can't be warm. Gel's gotta be cold.
No, the gel's always warm.
Gel's warm, dude.
That sucks.
You want cold on your balls?
Yeah, I love it.
That's weird.
No.
Interesting, though. You would like...
I love when like the... I love when the shit goes into the toilet, like when I'm shitting a lot into the toilet and it makes the water rise and then it hits the...
We were so close to a full episode with nothing gross.
And then the toilet water like kind of touches, like tickles your ball a little bit.
You know what you would like? Have you ever had a girl give you a blowjob and she sucks on ice cubes first?
No.
You would love that. You would love that. Because I tried that and I was very like, I don't know if I like this. My dick is recoiling. I like warm. I like warm.
Whoa. That's cool as hell.
That's fun. I was disappointed I didn't have cancer, though.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited to be dying.
Uh-huh.
I was so thrilled because I thought it would be...
Oh, so it was...
Like, no, but not...
For attention reasons.
Yeah, for attention reasons, obviously.
Oh, okay.
No, because I thought I would have like a full 6 months to a year.
Route.
No. I mean, if I die, I die. But I thought I would have at least 6 months to a year of being dying, but still somewhat functional as a person.
Yeah.
You know, still can get around them.
Make a wish and shit.
So yeah, I would just go around, and everyone would ever be mean to me.
Yeah.
I just reach out to them. I just want you to know I have cancer.
Yeah.
So if there's anything you ever want, and they have to come apologize to me, and I don't have to own any of my part because I'm dying. I'm not going to apologize at this point.
And then you beat cancer, and you've gotten all the apologies, and you're better than all of your friends.
It's beautiful.
That's the best, dude. My parents woke me up at 8 o'clock. I went to bed around 4, and they were like, "We have to go get your car." And so from 9 a.m. till like 2 p.m. I'm at this car place, and it's supposed to be a great experience. I'm supposed to be really excited, but I'm so sick. So like half of my senses are working, like there's fucking gunk in my eye. There's my nose is stuffed. My throat is fucking sore as hell. And it's supposed to be a really cool day for me. I'm putting a lot of money into this fucking car, and I'm driving it, and I'm not even like experienced. Like I'm all groggy and shit. And it's like it totally ruined this entire fucking like event kind of for me that's supposed to be such a happy moment. I hate being sick so much. But when we were at the car place, there were some like fun moments, Like there was this one, we had to speak to like 3 different guys while we were there. And the first 2 were great. The third guy, he starts off and he's like, listen, my whole job is to get you guys out of here, right? And so you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be like a 5-minute thing. We're going to get the fuck out of here, It's 45 minutes of him speaking the slowest I've ever heard anybody talk in my entire life. And I'm Italian, so I'm used to the loud and fast. He is whispering and taking his goddamn time.
What was he?
He was the guy who was like signing.
You're
race?
Italian. What was he?
Not Italian. I imagine German who knows what he did was wrong.
Okay.
He's talking like that.
That's the saddest kind. At least have some confidence in what you did.
The packages that we offer would be the following. It takes way too long to get the papers out to show us. And he's like, with this package. My mom stopped him. She's like, hey, listen, we already kind of told you we aren't doing any of the packages. We just want the base car and we want to be on our way. He's like, listen, I totally understand that. But you get it. My job that I have to go over all of this stuff with you. And we're like,
is he an ASMR
artist? All right.
Starts massaging your head with the foam.
It's crazy as hell.
Dude.
It's 45 minutes of just that shit. He's like, if you would sign here, I'm doing the fastest signature.
And you're on 4 hours of sleep. You're like nodding off.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
My European history teacher in college was the same way. And me and my boy PG looked at each other and we're like, we're not going to this class ever again.
Yeah.
I can't keep going and getting
I'm swapping out.
fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
That you're just explaining something.
Dude, yes.
Dude, that is a huge pet peeve of mine.
It's
talk
insane.
Like it's crazy.
Like, be a regular human being. He's trying to be so nice and so calm that something switches in our mind and we actually do want to like spend more money.
Now you feel stupid almost.
Yeah,
you're
dude,
like,
he's talking to us like we're fucking idiots, Like we're not only kids, but we're like female kids, It's like we're just all right. I'm sorry. And so like that, and then also the thing that I did not like about this was that like me and my dad both put a lot of work into like getting this like car. My mom did obviously so much.
Shouts out Tina.
So shouts out Tina all the time. Fucking love Tina. But my dad also put a lot of work into helping me get this car. And so on our way home, he's driving with me to make sure everything's working okay, right, in the car. And this is where I feel like this is one of the opportunities in my life where I'm gonna have to where I get to like have a fun moment with my dad as like a father-son moment. Like we're gonna be hitting the road in our new car, or the new car that he helped me get, and like we're gonna be like racing and going fast on the highway and be like, whoa, yeah, fucking hit it, son. And the entire time he was saying the most negative shit.
Slow down!
Yeah, dude, I'm like, dude, don't you want the windows down while we're on the highway? Like, feel like the wind through our hair. He's like, if you keep fucking driving like this, I'm gonna fucking kill some shit, like some dumb, like all negative shit. Like, you look over your shoulder when you're driving. Like, you didn't look over your fucking shoulder. I'm like, dude, this is supposed to be such a happy moment.
He's being really, really Portuguese about it.
Yeah, you're being fucking crazy right now, dude. And I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, you understand that you're hard to hang out with, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, as long as you fucking know.
Oh, he owned it.
I was like, you're the worst person to like get excited with, right?
There's people who make other things not fun. You make fun not fun.
Yeah, dude, exactly. His fun is driving under the speed limit.
To be fair, you drive pretty responsibly whenever I've been in the car.
I know, because that's how I learned. That's how he taught me. And then
I don't see you driving like 90.
Friends.
Like, why is he?
I know, and he knows I'm a good driver. I was like, you know that I haven't gotten like any tickets, right? On my last car, this entire time I've been driving for like a fucking decade now. He's like, no, I know you're a very good driver. I'm like, okay, let's fucking step on it.
Look, there you go.
Let's fucking step on it then. And he was like, I'm like, all right, chill out.
Not even once.
I think
you tell me we got
the guy at the DMV at the car dealership got to him a little bit.
Well, because you talked you into the turbo nitrous package. Now you're not even going to use the nitrous on the highway because your dad's being a wuss about it.
Right. But it's cool as hell. The fucking CarPlay, that like I have a fucking whole like touch screen and shit.
Yeah.
It's so huge. It's nice. I got to figure out how to put Netflix on it so I can watch TV while you know.
You can. Those are things you can order. You get it's like an external hard drive, and you plug it in, and it like changes the operating system.
I'll do that.
Like you click it like an app, and then it like you can just watch Netflix on there.
Jailbreaking your car's UI.
Yeah, I had a friend. I had a friend who like jailbroke his WRX. It was he had like a little like thumb drive. He put it in
to the government.
I have no idea, but it would open and it would be.
I don't want to fuck around with anything that's going 90 miles per hour.
It'd be like this Korean voice that'd be like, I'm not gonna do the voice, but it'd be like, welcome to your, your U-Driver experience. I'm like,
I need you out.
Yeah. And it was like, that's not stock. And then it would just be like,
I'll do it for you.
It would just be like his Android, but then he could click like Netflix, and it would just play Netflix like through the car system, like
Holy
in there.
Shit.
It was great
That's
for road
awesome.
trips.
That's fire as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what else my fucking, and this is a crazy thing about my family. Like, even if I'm spending all this money on a brand new car, the man is sitting in the car next to me, like, about all the features and stuff. And he'll go to a certain feature that my parents don't like that the car has, and they'll be like, don't tell him about that. He doesn't need to know about that.
Dude, parents love the cars. What is that?
It's not even that. My parents love keeping me in a fucking bubble. My car has, like, it'll center me on the road.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll
You need that. You fall asleep at the wheel constantly.
Exactly.
You need that all.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Lane assist?
And
Yeah.
Lane assist, exactly. And the guy goes to explain it to me, and my parents are like, he's not going to be using that. I'm like, you better hope I fucking use that shit.
Dude, I'll show you. I turned it off on my car because I got annoyed by it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it on in your car.
Yeah, hell yeah. But it's like they just want to keep information from me because they think I'm going to use it in a bad way.
To not die in a head-on collision?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand how that gets...
Nuts shit. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of You Should Be Worried. My name is Matt Lopes. You can find me on social media at MattyFucko. Also, follow Chris Warren at Chris Warren Comedy on social media, all everywhere. You can follow Ben Kirsch at BennyBoy_28 on all social media platforms. You can follow the podcast at You Should Be Worried Pod on Instagram and Be Worried Pod on TikTok and Twitter. Please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel as we do this every week. And we've been doing this for over a year, and we really appreciate any feedback that you have for us. Also, check out the sketches in the Making ITM on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all that shit. Really good sketches coming out all the time. You can find our show dates on our social media, and please feel free to DM us if you have any questions or comments or concerns. Is there anything that I'm fucking missing? No. I'm getting so good at this. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. If you're a Jewish woman and you want to get married, I'm ready to just get married sight unseen. So DM me.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ready to start my family. I need to have 8 kids.
Well, no,
so
Chris can get all the Jewish women. If you're Jewish and you don't like me, tell me about it too. All right. My name is Matt Lopes. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.